Hey, welcome back to It's a Long Way Through. So, wanted to share something with you folks today. I woke up this morning and had my cup of coffee and turned on the news like so many people do. And about a half hour later, I find myself still watching it, getting sucked into what they were wanting to talk to us about. I'm not going to tell you, this message today isn't about telling you to shut out news for any length of time and not listen to the news. I think we all need to be plugged in to what's going on, not only in our town, in our state, in our country, in the world. But it got me thinking about, again, growing up in the 70s and 80s. And I think I made a video about this. We had two channels out of the three that we would get news on. And of course, these are black and white TVs, and there was no such thing as cable and all that stuff back then. But news would come on a certain time of the day. You could catch the news first thing in the morning, and I believe it was like at 6 o'clock. And you'd catch it at night at 6 o'clock. And there was no recording it. And generally, that was it, other than the newspaper, of course. We have so many different outlets for the news now. And when I started thinking about all this morning, I started doing some research. On average, according to this one source, Americans, I'm not sure what it's like in other countries, but Americans will absorb anywhere between 10 to 12 hours of news during the week. That's a lot of news, and that's a lot of influence on your life. And I would argue that, I don't even think I have to argue, I think it'd be fair to say that the majority of us probably watch one source for the most part. So not only are we getting a ton of influence from the news in our lives, much more than when I was growing up, we're also getting it from one source only and not finding probably a good balance. And it really got me thinking about how much influence, again, I'm going to use that word again, that the news has on the way we think, on the way we talk to people, on how we think about people, and conduct our lives. And I don't think it's probably that healthy. I'm not saying that you or myself or anybody else doesn't have the ability to decode or find a good balance of, or have common sense to understand that we shouldn't believe everything we watch or read. However, when you spend that much time and you're influenced that much on a regular basis, and if you do, you add those hours up in a year, that's a ton of influence. So I guess a personal challenge to myself, and I'm not suggesting that anybody else does this, is going to be cutting back a little bit and trying to make sure that, and I don't think I'm unreasonable by any means. Generally, I'll catch news, I probably spend about a half hour a day, generally. But I don't even think I need that much. I think catching the headlines, reading the headlines is probably better because I can control it better for myself speaking. But reading the headlines and that's about it. Spending maybe 10 minutes a day on local world events is probably a good thing. And I'm going to try that for a while and go back to the way it was when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s. But just a little input for me today. Again, it was something that popped into my mind after sitting there this morning. And of course, now I'm outside getting this beautiful fresh air. It's definitely wintertime up here in the New England area. loving it. The sun's out. I hope you all get a chance to get outside, enjoy, and get away from the news. As always, I appreciate you stopping in. Take care. We'll see you next time.